everyone. Back. If I don't sound as chipper as I did earlier, it's because this video is 3 hours later. And as you can see, I'm almost there. Here's the tailgate. The wire is now underneath of the truck. Right down there you can see the cable through the crack between the bed and the tailgate. It's now 4 o'clock. I've been at this for 3 hours. Almost an hour of it upside down. Fun never ends, you know. No good deed ever goes unpunished. So inside of the tailgate, right here in this area, there's a hat channel, which only has a couple holes punched through it. Obviously it's to reinforce the metal of the tailgate, but also makes bringing new wiring through a real treat. Like I said, no good deed ever goes unpunished. So I had to use a wire coat hanger as a fish. You can see on the other end that I have it bent into a hoop, and I had to use that to fish the cable from back here through between the bed and the cab side, which obviously you can't really see much through here. You might be able to catch a little bit of a glimpse here of the yellow wire loom. Yeah, there we are. It's probably not very good focus, but you can see the yellow. I ran out of black wire loom and ended up switching to yellow instead, which I guess will make it easier to see in the future. Okay, real quick before finishing up this segment of the video, these are the new wires. I went ahead and put wire ties through these available holes here to keep the wire. Now this over here is the mechanism that actually runs, you can see back over here, runs the actual latches for the tailgate. And I'm not sure if these are steel or aluminum. They don't feel very tough. Now they might be steel. They're kind of thin, but anyway, there's a pad here that they put in that this rubs against to basically keep it in position and give it something to work against. And you can see back over here that they're actually adjustable to a degree. So I guess if the mechanism isn't disengaging the tailgate properly, you go ahead and adjust these. So anyway, as I was showing earlier, here's the device that I put in, the solenoid and the slider, and it's got a fairly satisfying actuation. Nice industrial sound, strong, not a little click click, you know, but a nice good ka-chunk. If you were standing behind your vehicle and you were locking it, the doors that is, with your remote, you would definitely hear the tailgate lock too, and know for sure that if you were carrying tools or whatever in the back, that you had valuables there, that your solenoid is definitely operating correctly and is locking and keeping all of your belongings safe. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this part of the video, and I might see if I can get a little bit of a view underneath. I don't know how good the lighting is going to be, obviously underneath the truck. This is not up on jack stands or on a lift. Obviously I'm in the the driveway of my house, and I actually utilized my ride right airbags. I inflated them to 70 pounds and had it lift the rear of the truck, and at that point I put a jack stand underneath the trailer hitch, so that if for some crazy reason the bags happened to deflate, that the truck would not come down on me, which would probably have a very poor ending, and this would probably be my epitaph video, which I'm hoping to avoid for many years to come. So let me just add that again, maybe as a little bit of an aside. Always take safety into consideration first. It may take a little longer to get things situated, but cutting corners is definitely never a good idea. It's going to bite you every time, and we certainly don't want to be reading about anyone on the forums or hearing about you in the news that something tragic had occurred. So please, everybody, be safe out there. Oh yeah, and really fast side note here too. The actuator itself is right here. It is a 10 millimeter. So that's these two mounting bolts right here, which are factory installed. That's actually what holds the latch in place, and so this thing was cleverly engineered to fit right around that and utilize the existing bolts. So I'm very happy with it overall, except for, like I said, the install time. So if any of you are LOLing out there yet, you probably will be in a minute or two, because I've certainly figured out that at age 54, this stuff is a lot less fun than it was at age 34, or even at age 24. So take that for what it's worth. I'm probably going to be hitting up the painkillers later. But overall, I would say it was a good project. But as I'd mentioned earlier in the clip, if someone asked me to do it again, I'd probably have to sit down and think about it. It's one of those things that when you get to the end, you're like, okay, I'm glad it's done. If anybody asked me to do this again, would I? Maybe. Cables are the ones that I installed, so it might actually have a benefit after all. So anyway, like I said, here's back to the tailgate. The actuator's installed and coming into the home stretch here, but I expected maybe 3.5 hours to complete the entire project, and I'm at pretty close to 5. So this is not something for the faint of heart, and anybody that tells you that they did it in 2 either is a better mechanic than I am, or they cut a lot of corners and really didn't do a clean job. I don't know. I'm thinking to myself now, if somebody asked me to do this again, would I do it? I honestly don't really know. But like I said, coming into the home stretch, so this is going to get finished up and it'll be good. So there it is. Here's the project for the day. See y'all later.